How do we make more progress without having to put in more hours? And how do we, in essence, slow down to speed up? Hey, it's Andrew Houston here from Profit for Contractors with tradie tips in the truck. Happy Friday to everybody out there, and woohoo, Raptors go, baby. We won it. That's awesome. So anyways, back, I had to put a little poke in there for good old Toronto Raptors here in Canada. So listen, guys, I think one of the biggest challenges we have with moving things forward is we think that, and this is what's been taught to us, that we think if we put in more hours, we put in more time into the business, that we're going to make more progress. Well, I hate to tell you, but you might want to ask yourself this question: how's that been working for you? The reality is that if we don't focus in on the right things, right? If we don't get the right areas of focus, we get scattered. We get the effects of just putting in more and more time, and it actually creates maybe more and more problems. So I want to give you a tip today to allow you to make more progress. And just, the recap, here at Profit for Contractors, we help contractors, specifically contractors, make more progress with their business by making more profits and getting those profits to pay for their freedom, okay? Be able to pay for systems, to be able to pay for a great environment. So one of the things, there's this book by Gary Keller, and it's called The One Thing. Amazing book. I'd highly recommend that you watch it. One of my most favorite books. And he talks about the one thing. You see, I just had a live workshop with our clients, and it was absolutely amazing. And one of the big focuses that I had everybody work on was focusing in on the one thing. So today, I want you to think about this. Instead of focusing on every part of your business, trying to fix it all, that's near to impossible to do. What we want to do is we want to pick one area of the business. More importantly, pick one type. So if you're doing residential, commercial, industrial type of work, I want you to think about where's the biggest opportunity for change. Now that could be where the biggest problems are, okay? That could be where the greatest frequency is of work. In other words, maybe it's service work. That could be based upon what time of year it is for you right now, where there's the most amount of opportunity. That could be where the greatest leaks of profit are. So there's a whole series of different questions we want to ask ourselves. And the whole purpose of those questions is to determine where is what is the one type of work that we are going to focus in on, okay, on improving. So that's so critically important, because otherwise the reality is we don't have enough time to do it all. And it is a bit of a sacrifice. You have to sacrifice other parts of the business so that you can make progress in some areas of the business. And that progress that you make in those other areas of the business, it allows you to free up time. It allows you to get back control, to be able to now have more time to then go and have that extra energy to work on the next type of business or the next area of the business. So I want you to pick, where is the one, where's that one thing, that one type of business or the one type of work that you are going to be focusing in on improving, okay? It allows you and it allows your team to get that focus. The other thing is, once you pick that area, there's a couple of key things that you want to start tracking. And this comes down to numbers. You want to start looking at the dials in the dashboard for that one type of business. And that starts all the way from how many quotes are coming in, what your quote to win ratio is, what the average dollar sale is, what your gross profits are. Now you might be going, holy cow, that's like 4 dashboard items. Yeah, it is. Those are the key dashboard items for you to start looking at that one type of business from. It's like a set of lenses, like these glasses right here, right? Instead of 2 sets of lenses, we got 4 sets of lenses, and those lenses allow us to see the things that we need to see. So that's sort of like principle number 2, right? Those are the dials that you got to look at. Principle number 3 is basically we want to start testing and measuring those pieces of data, those dashboard items. And if we don't get that focus, it's difficult enough just to track, any number to a certain degree. But once we get focused in on that type of work, it becomes so much easier. Okay, that could be as simple as getting a file. Every time you do a quote for that type of work, you put it in that file for the week. And at the end of the week, you assess how many of those jobs you've won. And then we can really hone in on, what's the average dollar value of each of those. And then we can hone in on doing, understanding what we quoted as far as profits to what we actually did. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's a complete game changer. Once you start looking at those dials, okay, the fourth principle is you need to pick just one of those dials to try and improve. Not all four, just one of them. And the fifth principle is that now that we focus in on which dial to look at, what one dial to look at, we can now come up with what is the low-hanging fruit strategy that can move that dial, that can make that dial go in the direction that we want it to go. So, guys, it's not about doing more. It's about focusing in on one thing, one type, okay? One area of the business, one change in that business, so that you can actually make progress in that, and that is measurable. So, guys, this is Andrew Houston from Profit for Contractors. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. Again, we help contractors get more control, more freedom of their business. Pick one area of the business, okay, so that you prevent being overwhelmed, so that you slow down the speed up. That means you're slowing down to gather the data to make the right decisions, okay? And that way you're going to make progress, all right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's trading tip in the truck. Hey, Jonathan, nice to have you here, brother. So Jonathan and those listening in, I mean, what is that one type of business that you are going to focus in on for your contracting business to start moving the dials, start focusing on which dial, to start focusing in on, what is that low-hanging fruit one thing that you're going to do. And I'm going to tell you, you would be absolutely amazed when you start looking at that one area, as far as all the easy low-hanging fruit ideas and strategies that not only you can come up with, but your team can come up with. All right, guys, we will catch you on the flip side. Trading tips in the truck. And guess what? Happy Father's Day in advance, man. I'm looking forward to it. I love being a father. I'll do a little post on it tomorrow. And anyways, hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao.